Morning YouTube, back again, and it's part 16 I believe of the Virago project. I'm probably gonna change the name of that and call it the Virago Saga because it's fucking driving me up the wall. I had a little bit of a fart about of it, messing around with other jets and what have you and stuff off camera, checking a few things for leaks and stuff and what have you. No success, popping and banging and pissing around. Then I took a few days off for Christmas, so I totally left it alone. In the meantime, 30 idle jet turned up for the PWK carb. So on somebody else's advice, that was the one you want apparently. So I banged it in, spent probably 2 hours yesterday trying to get her running. Didn't get her running. She popped and she farted a bit. I did manage to get her to start once, just by holding the throttle just right, and I got it to run for a few seconds, and then it cut out again. But I've given up with this carb, long and short of it. This PWK bollocks is crap. What I think the problem is, I don't think they're being machined properly. I don't think the tolerances are correct, because when you're trying to adjust the air screw and stuff and whatever, between one car, because I've got 3 of them now, between one car, they're not all acting the same, they're not all doing the same thing, and it's not doing what you think it would do. So you think, oh look, it's backfiring really bad, smells really bad of fuel, it must be rich. So then you lean it out, and then it's not. Yeah, I think what I'm doing is I'm fighting with cheap carbs. So I've kind of cheaped out. I ain't cheaped out again. I spent 100 quid, and I bought a Mikuni TM34, I believe, and 2 sets of jets, the fast jet and the slow idle jets. According to somebody on the Virago forum, who reckons this will work. Now, all during all of this, I've been second guessing my own work. I've been thinking, is the CDR unit to blame? Is it my... Ooh, look what just showed up. Oh, fancy. Mikuni TM34, I believe. My jet kit's turned up. My carb turned up. However, my air filter didn't turn up. So that's not the end of the world. This is far more substantial than that PWK jobby. This feels a lot better. Like there's a... So we can put that down. Like there's a lot more to it. Like it's better quality, hopefully, and like it's gonna bloody work. It's a similar sort of... Jesus Christ, I can't get this right. It's a similar sort of setup as the other one. Looks pretty much simple enough. Don't know why it's got 2 overflows on. We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. The fuel pipe fitting, however, that is ginormous. The fuel pipes on my bike are not that big. So that may be the first hurdle that we come across. And I don't know what the score is Georgie does with a throttle. I'm currently running the Yamaha SR125 throttle cable with the PWK carb, and it fits perfectly, to be fair. Yeah. But that looks and feels like a lot better quality than the junk I've been using. I think this is one of them times when I shouldn't have cheaped out, but will I learn the lesson? Probably not. Now, the wife's still at work and the kids are here still, so I've got no one to babysit them. So I'm going to have to do whatever on the desk here, and then we're going to, well, possibly go out later this evening, or it might have to be tomorrow morning by the time we get out to actually fit this, which is a shitter. Well, it's a shitter for me, it's not for you, because it'll just be like the next clip for you lot. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to take this float bowl off. Yeah, let's have a look, see what jetting's in here. Right, first thing I've noticed, which I don't know if you'll be able to see that dot there on the screw head, and it might just look like a normal posi drive to you or a Phillips, but that indicates it's a JIS screw, which means this is a Japanese carb, which means it's a genuine one. Yes. So I haven't been ripped off like I did with that CDI unit I bought that time that was just literally full of junk. Yeah, anywho, so really you need to use a JIS screwdriver on there. I don't think I actually own a JIS screwdriver. I think I'm going to go on Amazon and have a look. That's not going to stop me taking the bits now. I'm going to just try and find a decent fit in Phillips or something and be very careful not to destroy these screws. Alright, so that was bloody hard work to get apart. I was trying not to break it, and this was float bowl was stuck to the bottom. Now, first thing, I've never worked on one of these cars before, but that's a weird set of floats there. They run up and down on the inside in there, on them two little shafts it would seem. Now this is our main jet, and I'm assuming our other jet's going to be under here. But as I said, I don't know these carbs. This is the first time I've worked on one of these. This is obviously what the floats it to stop the flow of fuel. It already feels a lot nicer than, see that on this needle jet or valve or whatever you want to call it, it's slack as fucking, it don't fit. This feels nice and snug and smooth and yeah, like it's, yeah, not crap like the other one, which I'm going to be honest is what it feels like. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here exactly. I'm assuming, like I say, main jet, idle jet. They were hard as fuck. I mean, well, the bigger one, the main jet, that was easy to read. But that little idle jet, that was hard. Hard as fuck to read writing on that. I had to get my bloody magnifying glass out of the lot. And I'm still not quite sure that's the right size. I'm going for a 160 and a 17.5. Because that's what somebody told me would work. And that's what he guarantees me would work with this carb, with my bike. Now, there is no repercussions for him if this doesn't fucking fit or work or what have you, but it's a good starting point to start with. It's a known starting point with a lot better quality carb. So, yeah, I'm going to have to sort of tidy this up a little bit because I've got to go and get the wife from work. So, yeah, let me tidy this so I can leave it and then I'll be back shortly. Alright, so I changed the jets. I can't remember if I showed you that. Ended up, I was pissing around for a bit because like a twat, I was putting something back on backwards like a dickhead and wondering why it wouldn't go back together. But that's a story of my life. So then I thought I'd investigate the slide and the needle setup, etc. That took ages to get off. It was stuck solid on there and I was tapping, trying to be as gentle as I could. I was getting really frustrated, but I didn't want to break it. And then when it went, it was funny because the tension on that spring was really strong. Fired it across the living room. That's funny. Yeah, so now I pulled this slide and that apart because I was interested to see how the throttle cable was going to fit, to know whether my SR125 cable was still going to fit. And this is the weirdest shit I've ever had to deal with. It's like, I think the cable goes through that, and then the pin's in there, and that's screwed down into that, and then that sort of holds the cable in there, and it's a bit weird, but I guess we won't know exactly until I go and fit it, and that's if it all fits with the original cable. But if not, we should still be able to run it at least on tick over with no cable. So yeah, right, I'm gonna put this all back together again then, cut the screws and that and whatever, and yeah, and then we'll see maybe about going outside, or I might sack it off for the day because it is starting to get dark now, and I might do it tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. It's definitely evident to me that this carb is built far superior than the other carb. Stuff just feels nicer, even just the way stuff, I mean, that has got some, out, caught my finger, some power behind that spring that them PWKs just don't have. It just feels better. Taking it apart, putting it back together, stuff fits snug. I was having problems before, and I was having fuel leaking out of all sorts of orifices, screw holes, everything, mixed with screw holes, the lot, without PWK. It just wasn't right. Hopefully now this is set right. Hopefully this is ready to just bolt up and go. I'm tempted to go out now and do it, but like I say, time is getting on and the wife and kids are about, so I'm in two minds. Well, next clip will either be me in the shed going, haha, it's this evening still, or it'll be tomorrow morning. Right, so it's the next day, we're back in the shed. I'm trying to find my two-stroke. My mate Richard suggested I add a couple of drops to the fuel just to help lubricate any maybe sticky valves. I can't seem to find it. I searched my other shed and I can't seem to find it. It's got to be in this shed somewhere. But either way, that's not really important right this second. Right, we need to get rid of this OKO PKW bloody carby thingy. Get that disconnected. Need to see if I can reuse the throttle cable on the new carb, the Mikuni TM34. Yeah. Oh yeah, the fuel pipe was fatter on the new carb. That's another hurdle we're gonna have to cross. Minor things really. Right, so I'm gonna go and get myself a crate to sit on and then get some tools and start getting this carb removed. Oh, position I am so used to and so sick of. Sitting there on this side of the bike sorting the carb. Right, that is gasket sealer. That is all over every joint that I've created, just in case my welds are shit, which they probably are, but just in case, to totally eliminate any vacuum leaks through the manifold. Now I am having some sort of a theory in my head that maybe my manifold being too symmetrical is causing me an issue with it scavenging too much, because the rear cylinder fires first and then I think it's 72 degrees and then the front cylinder fires. What if the rear cylinder's sucking in all the air fuel mixture, choking it up, and then this one's not getting enough air fuel mixture because it's all been robbed by this one, coughing lean through the carb? I don't know. It's a theory I'm working with. Here's a possibility, but let's get this carb changed. Right, now I've just had a little look and I'm going to have to change this hose because the other, it won't work on it. It's not going to work. I've got one fuel filter in this already. I'm going to add a second one, I think. Just a little one, just to be 100% sure. I need to refigure out where I'm going to mount my fuel pump and stuff, because obviously that's not going to mount in the original place anymore. So then I can figure out length of hoses that I'm doing from here to here and stuff. Yeah, no majorly difficult, just a little bit of fiddling around. So let me do that before we get to fitting the carb. Right, so I've removed the throttle cable, I've undone the Jubilee clip. That's ready now to just wiggle out and put to the side. I've also bought a container that's got shite fuel in that came out of the tanks before. I'm gonna pump some of the fuel through before I connect this new system up to the new carb, just to make sure that it's not shitty. Yeah, just in case. Yeah, and we'll see how far we go with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to twist this one up and then pop another one on and bring it back once it's on. So it should be a new one on now. And there you fucking go. That's the fuel in pipe. These are some sort of breathers, the pink doodars. I don't know what they're all about. That's the overflow doodar. Obviously we need to get that so it's not facing down towards this exhaust, which is slash cut there and there. Yeah, throttle cable's quite tight to the tank. The tank's not quite in its proper position. I might have to raise it just a little bit to, but I can make this work. That's not a problem. I don't know if I'm going to bother with a throttle to start with. I might as well see. Oh, do I do the throttle to start with? See, so what I don't know is whether this SR cable is going to work with this carb. Now, from here to here, I'm guessing is longer than that, which is the SR setup. What's under this? It's one of them doodads. Right. Shall we leave the throttle for now and just get it to run? Right, I think we're going to leave the throttle for now and just try and get it to run. Right, so next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain out this fuel by connecting up the battery, putting that end in here, turning the ignition on and letting it prime itself. And because it's not got the float bowl and whatever to stop it, it should pump continuously, I think. If not, I'll have to do it in little 5-second bursts, which ain't the end of the world. But yeah, we're going to do that. I'm not sure if I can get anywhere filming it this morning, but yeah, just leave it with me. Right, I just primed that, and as you can see, that, oh, you can't see, now you can see that fuel is crystal clear. So then we plumbed it into that. Now the system's primed. We'll get set up for a start. Well, an attempt to start. Oh, I forgot to say, or did I say what jets I've got in it? I don't know, who cares? Let's see if it's going to start. Oh, it's going to be dodgy camera angles and stuff, and oh, let's see. Do a go choke. No, fuck choke for a start. Yeah. Oh, hang on, let's give it a bit choke. What the fuck? Let me just go and double check stuff, settings, etc, what have you on the carb. I don't believe I messed with any of that from factory. Just the jets are changed. Yeah. This fucking bike. It's nearly going. It sounds like she wants to go. Maybe it's because I'm taking in too much air. Maybe it needs an air filter on it. I don't know. But I can definitely smell fuel. It's definitely smelling, well, to me, right. I think I should take the plugs out, give them a quick clean, and bang them back in just for good measure. And really, I need to sort out the throttle. So I'm going to have to just have a minute, sort the throttle out, probably clean the plugs. Hopefully my filter will turn up in between then. So I'll bring you back shortly. Right, I don't know how this works, but you got this little clippy thingy doodah. What's it? You got your slide, and you got your needle and that down there, and you got to unscrew them 2 screws, and then you can get the that piece up there is like a metal piece, and then you can get to the needle if you need to adjust it. Now I'm assuming the cable for the throttle goes in here. Now I'm wondering, do I get it in? Oh, I shouldn't have to unscrew that, should I? So where does the white bit go? Do I slide the white bit over the cable first and then use that to lock the cable in place? Or I don't know. You have to give me a second to figure this out. Well, sorry, a bit shaky, but the throttle works, and that's the SR125 cable. Just so yeah, it's probably a little short, to be fair. Although that is the bike fully turned to the left, and it's not pulling on that, so it's good enough for me. I've just been trying to speak to somebody about what they've got their settings set out on this. He said his needle, it didn't really matter, but he said 1 3/4 turn on the mixture screw and set the idle slightly more than you want, and add some choke. So I'm gonna take the plugs out, clean the plugs, put the plugs back in, reset that mixture, and then I'll bring you back to try again. Now that's the real plug. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Thought it was going to be wet and fucking shit. Like there was with the PWK every time I try to start it. That to me says that that's already better. Obviously, it's not running, but better. Right, so let me see if these will clean up any more. Yeah, and then we'll check the front one. Okay, unexpected. That one's a bit shittier. Still not bad, but yeah, I'm going to clean that up anyway. Alright, so they're cleaned and put back in. The air mixture screw set. I should get my mixture adjusting screwdriver when we're ready. But I'm not confident with the amount of ball ache I've had with this bike. I am not confident. I thought she was just going to strike right up this morning. But I was wrong. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Right, he said 1 3/4. I've got the same Jetson he said. He said add some choke, give it a go. Oh bloody Nora. That one was loud. 2 seconds. Oh Jesus. Some good backfires out the carb and out the exhaust there. Right, I'm gonna have to give it a minute and fiddle with some stuff, and I'll bring you back if it's running, and if it's not, you'll see a sad face. We're getting pretty much the same exact sort of problems. Sounds like it wants to go, but it won't quite go, and then as you heard, backfires and pops, and it does sound more promising, but what is going on here? What is going on? This bike is shit. Yep, you heard me, it's shit. I'm sick to death of it. Sick to death of it. Like I say, everything that I'm told doesn't apply, won't work, I don't know. Anything I apply to it that I think I know, I don't know. What could be wrong with it? What? I'm 100% I've got spark. It's got to be the air fuel. It's got to be. Has to be. I'm going to check for more leaks around the manifold after about 5 minutes because it's doing me head in a bit. Yeah, my air filter will be here soon as well. Maybe that's partial to blame because it is just open light. I don't know if you see that, my screen went black. Yeah, but I'm having 5 minutes before I lose my rag. Alright, so my old school analog diagnostic multimeter testimony thingy Judar set on dwell, and then you connect the black to the negative, the red to the live obviously, and then the blue to the pickup on the coil, and then you should see that needle going right to left if you got a signal when it's cranking. All that's working absolutely lovely jubbly. Yeah, I knew it was, but I had to test it again because now I'm second guessing myself. Obviously with all the work I've done to the electrical system and the actual works I did to the circuit board on the CDI unit, I keep thinking it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. But no, it's not. It's 100%, it's not my fault. Well, not electrical, I don't think. Starter motor's getting hot now, so she's starting to slow down on the turning over. So I best stop because, like I say, that's not an old starter motor, it was brand new. I might have to put my big diesel battery on charge so it's got full kick on it. I don't know where we're going wrong with this thing. I really don't know where we're going wrong with this thing. Yeah, I'll put this battery on charge. I need a coffee. I'm close to giving up. I really am. I'm close to giving up. I'm having a brew, putting some music on. I'm going to chill for a little bit while I wait for this air filter to turn up. Hopefully that might help a little bit, you know what I mean? Maybe it's getting loads too much air with no filter. It's a possibility. Maybe I'll be able to tune it better. I don't know. It's worth a fucking go, innit? You know what I mean? But yeah, I need 10 minutes. Music helps chill me out, you know what I mean? I don't know if it does you or not or what have you, but problem is I like music with a lot of heavy bass and I like music loud. So apologies to the neighbour, but yeah. Have you ever purchased something on the internet that wasn't what it appeared when it arrived? My air filter, I assumed, was about a 4-inch diameter in total. Yeah. Bollocks. Not sure how effective that's going to be at doing anything. I wonder if that battery's charged enough to give her another go, see if she'll go. I'm going to fit it anyway because there's no filter on it at all. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. I don't bloody know. Yeah, don't ask me, but it fits now, sort of, ish. I'm going to see if it's going to start. Thought I'd switch the wiring rounds to the coils. Now it's making a really bad noise down there, like starter clutch noise, which is brand new, as long as same as the start motor. But yeah, it like turns over and then makes a crack noise. It's not good. So I don't think that's my problem. But I thought I'd best check. I'm turning it over now. It's like it's a strange. It's like it's dry. If you understand what I'm saying. Sounds like, yeah, it sounds different than it did a minute ago. Let me put them coils around the old way. Let me see, just make sure it's not. That's weird, really weird. Life, before you fuck me, it'd be nice if you would at least have the decency to buy me dinner. Oh, right, it don't sound bad now. Switch them coils back over. I don't know what's going on here. I can't figure it out. It's driving me up the wall. I need some help. I don't have many friends that are into this sort of thing, you know what I mean? And I don't have many friends that have got time to come and help me. They're always too busy with their own shit, so. I was hoping this was going to run today. I was going to ride it down the road. I was going to build it in mudguard and everything. I'm nearly done with this. I really am. I'm nearly done with this. I don't know if that's an indication of something, but there was too much oil in her. I thought I'd give her a look. Actually, my mate Richard told me to check first thing this morning and I didn't. And upon smelling my hands, which are covered in it, that smells like fuel to me. So why have we got fuel just running straight in? And is that the problem? I don't know. See, I don't know now. Well, I just checked for spark. We've had spark. It's been lovely. It's been all great. Now, it seems it sparks once on the rear cylinder, then doesn't spark at all until you let go of the start button again. Someone please help, because I'm done with this. If I don't figure this out soon, it's getting stripped for bits and sold, or it's getting sold as a project as it sits, and I'm probably going to lose about 300 quid on it. Why would it have spark and then spark drop out? I don't understand. So it sparks, then don't spark, and then stop sparking altogether. So I don't know. This bike is trying to drive me insane, I'm telling you. Man, now it seems to have spark again. All I did was turn the ignition back on and try it. Oh, fucking hell. I so wanted a Virago so bad. I wanted an Harley Davidson. I can't afford a Harley Davidson. I wanted a Virago second best. I wanted one for so long, but now I've got one. I fucking don't want it anymore. I hate this fucking thing. I really fucking... I hate this fucking bike. What an utter disappointment. Utter disappointment. Fucked. So I'm done, at least for the day. Yeah, I'm leaving the battery on charge for a bit. I'm going in the house. I'm going to edit this video. Today was supposed to be a good day. Absolutely fucking pissed off. It's not your fault. Don't rant at you lot. It's not your fault. Could really use some help though. Some of my mates, you know, think they'd help, but because of that, I'm probably gonna have to kick in the fucking towel with this cunt. Fuck it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, all that bollocks. If not, who gives a shit, because I don't anymore. I'll see you next time, maybe.